The neighbor almost didn't call. She had been standing at her kitchen window, waiting for the kettle, looking at nothing in particular, the way you look at a neighbor's yard when your mind is on the kettle. When she saw the dog, it was a mixed breed, medium-sized, amber and white, belonging to the young family 3 doors down. The young couple with the new baby. She had seen the dog in their yard 100 times. She had never seen the dog doing what the dog was doing now. The dog was at the back door, pressing its nose to the seam between the door and the frame, working the seam methodically, back and forth, moving from bottom to top and back again, then stepping back, sitting, looking at the door, looking at the yard, then returning to the seam. She watched this for 3 minutes. She thought, that is a dog that cannot get inside and is trying to communicate something about what is happening inside. She was 62 years old and had owned dogs for 40 of those years, and she recognized the behavior as different from scratching to be let in. Scratching to be let in had a different quality. This was something else. This was focused and systematic in a way that scratching was not. She picked up her phone and called the young couple. She had their number from a neighborhood directory and got voicemail. She called again. Voicemail again. She went outside and walked to their front door and knocked. No answer for 30 seconds. Then the door opened and the young mother stood there, flushed, slightly glazed, holding the baby who was asleep against her shoulder. She said, "Sorry, I fell asleep feeding him. Is everything okay?" The neighbor said, "I think your dog has been trying to get inside for the last 10 minutes. Is there anything in the backyard that might be wrong?" The young mother stepped outside. The dog had moved from the back door to the side gate and was pressing his nose to the gate lock. She opened the gate. The dog went directly to the outdoor gas grill, which was on the back porch, and sat beside it, looking at the regulator valve. The knob had not fully closed. It was fractionally open, the kind of fractionally open that produces no obvious flame, no obvious smell in the open air, but that over the course of 2 or 3 hours accumulates enough gas near a ground-level porch to become something that a match or a spark or a pilot light would resolve catastrophically. They called the gas company. The technician arrived and confirmed the reading and closed the valve and checked the regulator fitting and told them not to use the grill until it was serviced. He asked how they had found it. The young mother told him about the dog. He looked at the dog. He said, "Good nose." The neighbor went home and stood at her kitchen window with her coffee, which was cold now. She thought about the 3 minutes she had watched before picking up the phone. She thought about whether she would have called if she hadn't recognized the behavior as different. She was glad she had recognized it. The dog was back in the yard, lying in his usual spot in the sun, with the uncomplicated expression of a dog who has finished the day's most important task and is now available for afternoon leisure. She raised her coffee toward the window, an old salute to something worth saluting. He did not see her. He was already asleep. The baby slept too, inside the house, in his crib, breathing the clean air of a yard that was safe now. 3 minutes. She had watched for 3 minutes before she understood. She thought, next time, she would call faster.